Not every Rolex justifies its astronomical price tag despite looking luxurious and carrying the crown logo that commands respect worldwide. Some references deliver questionable value propositions, charging massive premiums for complications, materials, or designs that don't warrant the cost when superior alternatives exist at lower prices from Rolex itself or competitors. These watches represent poor value decisions where you're paying more for exclusivity and branding rather than actual quality, innovation, or functionality improvements that justify the premium. Today we're exposing the 10 Rolex watches that look luxurious, but absolutely don't justify the cost, making them terrible value propositions. Number 10. Rolex Cellini Time 5509, 1950. The Rolex Cellini Time 5509 starts our list as the white gold dress watch that delivers terrible value compared to alternatives. This elegant 39mm watch features simple time-only design in precious metal, charging nearly $20,000 for basic functionality. The caliber 3132 automatic movement, while reliable, offers nothing special, justifying this pricing versus sports models with superior technology. Water resistance to only 50 meters proves inadequate for $20,000 watch when cheaper alternatives handle swimming confidently. The dress watch category from Rolex suffers from identity crisis as buyers prefer sports models or actual luxury dress watch brands. The white gold construction feels heavy and impractical for daily wear while lacking the prestige of yellow gold alternatives. The Cellini line struggles with brand recognition as most people associate Rolex with sports watches rather than dress watches. Better alternatives include Jaeger LeCoultre Master Ultra Thin at similar pricing with superior movement and finishing throughout. The secondary market devastates Cellini values with massive depreciation, proving collectors recognize poor value proposition immediately. At $19,050, this represents terrible value when sports models deliver better technology at half cost. Number 9. Rolex Yachtmaster 40 Rhodium 6622 13150. The Rolex Yachtmaster 40 Rhodium 116622 takes the 9th position as Rolls-Royce watch charging premium for minimal differentiation. This 40mm nautical watch features steel and platinum construction with rhodium dial, creating subtle appearance and presence. The Yachtmaster exists in awkward positioning between tool watch Submariner and luxury statement pieces without clear identity. The bidirectional bezel offers no practical advantage over Submariner's unidirectional dive bezel, creating functionality compromise for styling. The $13,150 retail price exceeds Submariner by $2,650, while delivering inferior water resistance and questionable aesthetic improvements. The platinum bezel, while precious metal, adds weight without visual impact as most people cannot distinguish from steel. Better value exists buying Submariner date at $11,000 and pocketing $12,150 or upgrading to GMT functionality at similar pricing. The Yachtmaster struggles with secondary market values, trading closer to retail without premium's sport models command. The watch appeals to specific tastes wanting subtle Rolex, but most buyers prefer Submariner's iconic status and functionality. At $13,150, this represents poor value charging premium for lateral differentiation rather than improvements. Number 8. Rolex Datejust 31BH/78240 7200. The Rolex Datejust 31 Milana 78240 claims the 8th spot as smaller Datejust, offering poor value versus 36 mm alternative. This compact 31mm watch features traditional Datejust design, charging $7,200 for diminutive proportions. The caliber 2236 movement, while reliable, is smaller and less impressive than caliber 3235 in 36mm variant. The 31mm sizing, traditionally marketed toward women, actually limits resale market and versatility compared to unisex 36mm option. The smooth bezel eliminates precious metal fluting that defines classic Datejust aesthetics, creating cost-cutting compromise at full pricing. Better value exists, spending $600 more for 36mm date, just in well 6200, gaining better movement, larger size, and broader appeal. The 31mm market remains niche with limited secondary market liquidity compared to universally wearable 36mm references. The Oyster bracelet, while solid, lacks the prestige of Jubilee bracelet that many buyers expect on Datejust models. Water resistance and specifications match 36mm variant, making size the only differentiation at lower price without meaningful savings. At $7,200, this represents poor value when 36mm delivers better package for minimal premium. Number 7. Rolex Skydweller Yellow Gold 326938 43300. The Rolex Sky Dweller. Yellow Gold 326938 secures the 7th position as complicated Rolex charging luxury pricing without luxury execution. This 42mm annual calendar features full 18K yellow gold construction, charging $43,300. The Caliber 9001 movement, while complex with annual calendar, doesn't justify premium over steel version at $16,250. The yellow gold construction creates flashy appearance that many buyers find too ostentatious for professional business environments. Better alternatives at similar pricing include Patek Philippe Calatrava with superior finishing or Audemars Piguet Royal Oak with iconic design. The 42mm sizing overwhelms smaller wrists, while the gold weight causes fatigue during extended wear, making this impractical. The annual calendar, while innovative, requires annual adjustment, unlike perpetual calendar justifying questioning the $43,000 cost. The fluted bezel in gold, while striking, lacks the sophistication of more refined luxury watch designs from competitors. Secondary market values depreciate significantly as buyers recognize poor value versus steel or competing luxury brands at pricing. At $43,300, this represents terrible value, charging 3 times steel version for material upgrade. Number 6. Rolex Day-Date 40 Olive Green 228235 36950. The Rolex Day-Date 40 Olive Green 228235 takes the 6th spot as presidential Rolex with trendy dial color. This iconic 40mm watch features full 18K Everose gold construction with olive green dial, charging $36,950. The day-and-date complications. While complex don't justify luxury pricing when technology and finishing lag competitors significantly. The olive green dial, while currently trendy, will date quickly as color preferences shift, making this poor long-term investment. Better alternatives include pre-owned Patek Philippe or Audemars Piguet at similar pricing with superior movements and prestige. The President bracelet, while comfortable and iconic, adds minimal functional value, justifying $10,000 premium over steel alternatives. The precious metal dress watch category suffers as younger buyers prefer steel sports models or invest in actual luxury brands. Water resistance to 100 meters proves adequate but fails to impress when $40,000 watches should exceed basic specifications. The Day-Date. While prestigious among older generations, lacks appeal to younger collectors, preferring sports watches universally. Secondary market liquidity remains challenging, with precious metal dress watches sitting unsold for months without interested buyers. At $36,950, this represents questionable value, prioritizing material over innovation and design. Number 5. Rolex Yachtmaster. 42 White Gold 226659 3400. The Rolex Yachtmaster 42 White Gold 226659 claims the 5th position as oversized nautical watch in precious metal. This massive 42mm watch features full 18K white gold construction with black Cerachrome bezel, charging $30,400. The Yachtmaster 2 regatta complication was eliminated, making this simple 3-hand watch charging luxury pricing for basic functionality. The 42mm sizing in white gold creates substantial weight exceeding 200 grams, causing wrist fatigue during extended wear. Better alternatives include steel Submariner at $11,000 plus $15,000 invested elsewhere, rather than precious metal upgrade. The white gold, while precious metal, looks similar to steel, making the $30,000 premium imperceptible to observers. The Oysterflex rubber strap on $40,000 watch feels absurd when precious metal bracelet should be standard. Water resistance to 100 meters disappoints for nautical watch when Submariner delivers 300 meters at third the cost. The bidirectional bezel offers no practical advantage while lacking dive bezel functionality, creating compromise for styling preferences. Secondary market values collapse with white gold Yachtmasters trading significantly below retail as buyers recognize terrible value. At $30,400, this represents horrendous value, charging 3 times Submariner for lateral differences. Number 4. Rolex Pearlmaster 39-86285 $51,000. The Rolex Pearlmaster 39-86285 takes the 4th spot as gem-set dress watch targeting specific demographic with poor value. This ornate 30-90-meter watch features Everose gold with diamond-set bezel and bracelet, charging $51,000. The gem setting, while beautiful, adds massive premium without improving horological quality or movement specifications throughout. Better alternatives include high jewelry from Cartier or Van Cleef & Arpels at similar pricing with superior design and prestige. The Pearlmaster line lacks recognition outside Rolex enthusiasts, making this poor investment compared to iconic sport models. The 39mm sizing with diamonds creates feminine appearance, limiting buyer pool and resale market significantly compared to unisex alternatives. The caliber 3235 movement, while excellent, doesn't justify $51,000 when identical movement exists in $10,000 watches. Water resistance to 100 meters proves adequate but unimpressive for luxury pricing when basic specifications should be exceeded. The Pearlmaster struggles with secondary market values, depreciating massively as buyers recognize overpricing and limited appeal. The target demographic prefers actual high jewelry brands or iconic Rolex sport models rather than niche dress watches. At $51,000, this represents terrible value paying for diamonds rather than horological excellence or innovation. Number 3. Rolex Day-Date 36 Everose Tonto 8235 36950. The Rolex Day-Date 36 Everose 128235 secures the bronze medal as undersized presidential Rolex, charging full luxury pricing. This compact 36mm watch features full 18K Everose gold construction, charging $36,950. The 36mm sizing, while classic, feels small by modern standards when 40mm variant exists at identical pricing. Better value exists buying 40mm Day-Date 228235 at same price, gaining contemporary proportions and presence on wrist. The caliber 3255 movement, while excellent, exists in watches costing $20,000 less, making movement insufficient justification for pricing. The President bracelet in Everose, while beautiful, creates flashy appearance many professionals find too ostentatious for business settings. Precious metal dress watches depreciate significantly, with secondary market values dropping 30 to 40% from retail immediately. The Day-Date 36 appeals to specific vintage preferences, but limits versatility and resale compared to 40mm contemporary sizing. Water resistance and specifications match larger variant making size, the only differentiation without any pricing advantage whatsoever. At $36,950, this represents poor value when identical pricing buys contemporary proportions in 40mm. Number 2. Rolex Skydweller, two-tone 326933 16250. The Rolex Skydweller, two-tone 326933, claims the runner-up position as complicated Rolex with questionable two-tone aesthetics. This 42mm annual calendar features steel and yellow gold construction, charging $16,250. The two-tone configuration creates polarizing aesthetics that many buyers find dated compared to all-steel sports watches. Better alternatives include steel Skydweller 326934 at same price, avoiding two-tone compromise or investing in pure gold version. The annual calendar, while innovative, requires annual adjustment, making this less impressive than perpetual calendar alternatives available. The 42mm sizing overwhelms smaller wrists, while the complications add thickness, making this bulky for daily wear. The fluted bezel in gold, while distinctive, creates flashy appearance inappropriate for conservative business environments throughout professional settings. The Rolex bracelet with mixed metals creates visual clutter compared to monochromatic steel or gold alternatives. Secondary market values struggle with two-tone variants trading below retail as younger buyers prefer steel sports models. The off-center date and ring command bezel, while innovative, create busy dial-limiting legibility compared to simpler alternatives. At $16,250, this represents questionable value with polarizing design and unnecessary complexity for most users. Number 1. Rolex Yachtmaster the Wunan White Gold WA6689 32450. Taking the top spot as the Rolex watch that looks luxurious but absolutely doesn't justify the cost is the Yachtmaster the 2 White Gold 1166689. This massive 44mm regatta chronograph features full 18K white gold construction, charging $32,450. The programmable countdown with mechanical memory provides regatta timing functionality that 99% of buyers never use, making this useless complication. The 44mm sizing in white gold creates 200+ gram weight, causing wrist fatigue, making this unwearable for extended periods. Better alternatives include steel Daytona at $15,000 with more useful chronograph functionality, or investing difference in actual yacht rather than yacht-themed watch that never sees water. The white gold construction looks similar to steel, making the $32,000 premium imperceptible to observers completely. The regatta complication, while technically impressive, proves utterly useless for non-yacht racers, creating perception of paying for unused features. The blue Cerachrome bezel, while attractive, doesn't justify massive premium over steel alternatives with similar functionality and appearance. Secondary market values collapse with examples trading $10,000 below retail, as desperate sellers recognize nobody wants this. The 44mm sizing alienates buyers with normal wrists, while the regatta timing confuses anyone trying to use this as standard chronograph.